What's going on, everyone? It's Kochyy here, and I have a banner analysis video featuring the mid-month, which is actually Christmas summons. So I think a lot of people knew this was coming because end of the month is, step-ups for sure, and where else would Christmas go other than mid-month? So we have the new units, Christmas versions of Nelliel, Soi Fon, and Nanao, and this banner will be out on the 16th. So as usual, I'll get into their stats and skills and everything, and I'll give you my opinion on them. But first things first, shout out to Soldex again. This is the filler for the mid-month. So looking at this filler, I mean, of course we have like the last year's units, but like these units like Jackie, Rangiku, and Hiyori, I don't know, I kind of see it, I guess, at least for Jackie and Hiyori, they do have specific floors that they're good for in this Path of Valor. So maybe that's the angle they're going for, throw some of those units in, maybe incentivize people to summon. But I don't know. I'm not too keen on this filler pool. Personally, I'm missing Nemu and Hiyori, so I'm 4 out of 6 from the filler. I don't know if I'll summon. I will get the ticket though, and we'll see how that goes. But anyway, let's get into the banner. So start things off with Nanao. Nanao is a mind attribute character with a wrong card killer. Her trait is strong attack recharge 12%, and her skills are Sprinter +1, Bruiser 20%, Berserker 20, Frenzy, Devastation 40, Debilitator plus 5 seconds, and Medic. So she's a healer. You can see her kit here. She's ranged with Weaken on everything, and then her attack data. So standard Naz string. That's all the same. For Strong Tech 1, this is an 18% magnification, so it's like, think of Heart Kaname, Power Cayenne, Cacao Society, Ruruka. It's their SA1. It's like they choose a little, like multiple little range projectiles in like a line that moves forward. One thing is different though, is hers is 700 radius when the other characters I mentioned is 1000. So I don't know if it's just a worse version of that, or it's actually maybe a different strong attack, or I don't know, the shape of it or something is different. But yeah, this radius is smaller than what it should be, or what we've seen with similar strong attacks that are like this. But yeah, this is a really bad strong attack. It's not good for clearing or killing quickly, just inconsistent damage. It's good for guild quests and building combo, and incidentally, the characters that typically have this kind of strong attack, Bond Uri is another one, they have a vortex. So it's really good because it hits a lot of times, and that paired with the vortex, it makes those characters good for combo building and guild quests. For any other character, it's really bad. So really bad SA1. SA2 is a heal, 575 radius, and then SA3 is a full screen. Special, nothing out of ordinary there. Weaken on everything, like I said. And then you can see alternatives. Like, we've had Mind or Wrong card killers, and I don't know, I feel like we didn't really need another one. I'm guessing what they're going for here is because she's a healer. She's there to replace this Momo, because she's the other Mind or Wrong card healer that we have. So I guess this is an update to Momo. But other than that, nothing really spectacular about her kit. Like Momo, she has a really bad SA1 and probably won't be all that great of a unit. Never really been a fan of healers personally, but good for now for getting a seasonal, I guess. But that's pretty much it for her, so we'll move on to the next character. The next character we're going to look at is the Christmas version of Soi Fon. Soi Fon is a power attribute character. Her soul trait is strong attack recharge time 12%, and her killer is human, so that makes her the 3rd human killer in the game. Incidentally, the first 2 were both tech attributes with New Year's Mayuri and then Swimsuit Orihime. So I don't know why they did it like that, but I guess we have one for power now. We're missing one for speed, heart, and mind. And with this kind of killer, it's not really good for like general PvE, obviously, because there's no human like mobs. But for Senkaimon and those kind of stages, it's really good for that, because there will be stages with human type bosses, so she'll have definitely a specific stage that's meant for her to clear. Hopefully they don't make it too hard, but I don't know, I don't think it should be too difficult. She is Soul Reaper and Captain, and there are a lot of Soul Reaper and Captain enemies, so I feel like you can make do even if you don't pull her, but so far more so catered to Senkaimon. Her stats, or I should say her skills: Sprinter +1, she should have 4 flash steps in total, Bruiser 20, Berserker 20, Frenzy, Devastation 40, Debilitator +2 seconds, and Fire Duration -100%. She's got fire, or I should say burn on everything, not fire, burn on everything with Debilitator. So again, with Frenzy and Recharge, you can just slap like full Starlings on her and just spam strong attacks in the boss rush stages in Senkaimon, and that makes her another viable unit for like cheesing floors with burn procs, which is always something that is like, if you don't have the units, you can try to cheese it that way. So that's another plus point there. And then going into her kit, her normal attack, it looks pretty like normal, I guess. One thing I noticed here, this last thing says AoE distant. And the only other character that I know of, at least, because I haven't really looked this up, but I remember seeing this before, it's with Thousand Year Blood War Sajin. When he transforms and, or like after using his special move, his last NAD hit is like, the range on it is huge. He hits like way in front of him, and it's like a big ass hand from Tenkin just comes down. And that's the only other time I've seen AoE distant for that character, so I'm not sure what it'll look like when you play her and what her final NAD hit will look like. Maybe she hits pretty far away. I think that's pretty interesting, but yeah, I mean, she's not really a NAD character, so it's not as relevant, but I just thought that was something interesting to note. Getting to her strong attacks, strong attack 1 is a lunge, 475 radius. As I say with all lunges, it really depends on how far they travel and how fast the lunge is. If they travel very far and very quickly, it's good. If they barely move and it's really slow, it's not very good. You know, slow, thinking like Can't Fear Your Own World, Halle Bell recently. Very slow lunge. I don't really like that. Strong attack 2. This one, I didn't know at first what it was, but it is in fact Can't Fear Your Own World Aranyero's SA2. Which his hits a lot of times. It's a bit like wonky when I use it in like normal play. When I was farming with him in like the lottery events that were out for when that banner came out, it's, I don't know, it's a bit random at times and a bit wonky, but I mean, I guess it's okay. For Guild Quest though, it's really useful because it has a lot of hits and high combo count, but even then, it's a bit random with generating combo. You might have to try a couple times, so that's probably just something to note with this character. You may want to keep her level 1 if she is in fact exactly the same like Aranyero's SA2. But other than that, that's pretty much it for SA2, and then SA3 is a full screen standard. So that's it for her strong attacks, her special, standard stuff there, and then, you know, no alternative. She is the first of her kind, being a power human killer. So that's pretty much it for Soi Fon, and overall, like I said, I think she's more catered for Senkaimon and will be not too great for PvE, but you know, if her SA2 is like Aranyero and maybe she's bonus enough, you know, it'll be nice to have her for building combo and traveling quickly because she has extra flash steps. So yeah, that's pretty much it for Soi Fon, and we'll move on to the last character. And the last character we're going to look at is the Christmas version of Nelliel. So Nelliel is a speed attribute character with Hollow Killer. So I know a lot of people seeing that, they're going to say, great, and another speed Hollow Killer. But at least her saving grace is that she is a Arrancar affiliation. So you'll see later on when we scroll down to the alternative section. I mean, I can just scroll down now. What am I talking about? There is no other Arrancar affiliation Hollow Killers in the speed attribute, at least. So she's one of the kind in that sense. So I guess, again, like Soi Fon, useful for some specific Senkaimon stages that may come up in the future. But you know, there's that. And then her soul trait is also strong attack recharge time 14%. So that makes her the third 14 star link for speed. And with that, every attribute now has 3 14 star links except Mind. Mind has 4. So they're a bit ahead in that sense. But other than that, her skills: Sprinter +1, Bruiser 20, Berserker 20, Frenzy, Devastation 40, debilitator plus 5 seconds, and freeze duration minus 100. She's a range character like Nanao, freeze on everything. And if we look at her attack data, standard, normal string, and then her SA1, 725. This is a beam strong attack. You know, I'm always happy to see these beam strong attacks. We used to get really whack strong attacks for range units. I mean, sometimes we still do. Nanao's SA1, for example, looks pretty whack, but this is always a safe, like, decent strong attack one to have. Strong attack 2, I wasn't sure about this at first, but apparently it is Christmas Retsu's SA2, and I don't know if there's many characters in the game that have that, or if it's just Retsu that has it, but if that's the case, then I guess that's one more with Nelliel, and it's also a vortex. It's like a mini vortex at the beginning, and then like kind of explosion, I guess. I don't know if it's just 10 hits. Is this before Frenzy? I think this is before Frenzy? I don't know, I'm not sure, but if I never really considered it, if it can be used as a combo tool in guild quests if you keep her level 1. I guess after this I'll go and probably test Christmas Retsu and see how many hits it does total, because I never really thought about that. And I guess it doesn't really matter for me because I got her from my choose a 6-star, so she was 200 when I got her, or I guess level 200. But yeah, something to consider. I don't know, just like double check to see how much actual hits it does, because if it does hit a lot of times, at least like over 20 or over, then it is useful for building combo. And if guild quests are your thing, maybe you keep her level 1. And then her strong attack 3, full screen, you know, special, you know, and then like I said, alternatives, there are no other speed hollow or Rancor killers, and as you can see here, we have a lot of speed hollow killers. So in that sense, you know, an attribute killer combination that's been done to death, but affiliation is not there yet. So she is a little unique, but you know, I don't think she's a bad addition. That's pretty much it for her, and really all these units. If I were to rank them, I would put Nelliel first, then Soi Fon, and then Nanao. I don't know, maybe I'm just being too harsh on Nanao, but I'm like, she has just a really bad SA1, and I don't know, I've just never been a fan of heal characters personally, but I guess that's just my preference. That's my preference, I guess. So yeah, Nelliel, Soi Fon, then Nanao. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this banner analysis. There's no gameplay, I believe, at the time of this video that's being recorded. Banner comes out on the 16th. When gameplay comes out, I'll review that as well. But let me know what you guys think of these units, if you're summoning or you're skipping and saving for step-ups, because that's, you know, in another 2 weeks, we're going to get that. So that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I'll talk to you all later.